gave us such a great room. You know, you married a very bright guy. I got 150, 160 IQ.
You're figuring it in euros. In dollars, it's much less.
Getting the call to come and work with Woody Allen would be kind of a pleasure. But what is the process like with him for you guys? I've heard that he is, in a lot of ways, hands-off.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I remember I was really intimidated when he wanted me to do this because it's not typically things that are said to me or, you know, something I had necessarily done before, and I was a little unsure, you know, and I remember, like, trying to talk to him on the phone, like, after I'd met him, and him just sort of being like, don't, like, stop, like, overthinking, like, don't actually we're just gonna do it, you know, and it's kind of nice, actually. It's sort of like a freeing, that's just, like, taking away this analytical nature of it and just sort of going with it.
He also really likes shooting masters, like shots from like kind of far away, so like you really feel like you're acting in a scene with people because it's not like all chopped up all the time. It's like you're...
A lot of wides and two shots and stuff.
Yeah.
It feels like in almost every Allen film there is the surrogate for him. Even if he's in the movie, there's always the younger person who is kind of in his wheelhouse. Jesse could not be more Woody Allen in some ways. In your segment in particular, I think there's a really lovely sense of the inevitability of making romantic mistakes. How do you play something where there's both the foreshadowing of what Alec's saying and then also the blindness of him stumbling into the situation?
I guess as actors we have these elements that like remove us from the present moment, but ultimately as an actor you're always just, you know, being present without judgment, or at least I can't be.
Not to get too highfalutin, but I feel like, you know, it's Oedipus, like, he's told what's going to happen, and then he does all those things, but he knows, he's told it's going to happen. Can't fight it if Alec Baldwin or a soothsayer tells you something.
You know, and I love Woody's high concepts. I love the way he'll take a simple idea that's so big as running into your young self and then walking back into your past, essentially.
We don't know that that's what that is.
That's kind of how I read it. Does he ever pin down what he necessarily says is going on?
Yeah, not with that. I feel like we would ask some days, and I'd be like, are we supposed to be looking at Alec or not looking at Alec when he... And Woody would just sort of be like...
So when you have a line to him, you can look at him. And when you don't, look at him or don't.